Today on the Fixit Shed, it is oil change time for the 2015 Toyota RAV4 Limited with a 2.5 liter engine. So for tools, you're going to need a ratchet and possibly an extension for the oil filter. You're going to need a 14 millimeter wrench or a 14 millimeter socket for the ratchet to drain the oil pan. And you're going to need an oil filter wrench. So I highly recommend getting the one that they call for. This is kind of a special oil filter. It's not just a regular spin-on oil filter. It's a canister with a oil filter cartridge that you have to replace. You're also going to need a drain pan when you drain the oil, and you're going to need a funnel for when you put the new oil back in. All right, so I'm going to be using a 0W20 full synthetic motor oil, and the filter cartridge, as I had mentioned. The filter actually comes with some O-rings for the canister, a drain spout, and then the cartridge filter itself. So my RAV4 still has the original plastic oil filter housing, so I did pick up a metal one to replace it with. Alright, so before you drain the oil, you can pop up the dipstick and take off the oil cap just to prevent any back pressure so that it all drains very quickly, as quickly as possible. Alright, so let's go underneath the car and get started. Alright, so looking underneath the car, this is your oil pan, this is the oil filter housing, and this is your drain plug back here. So we're going to start by, we're going to take this cap off, and then we're going to be able to drain out some of the oil. Alright, just going to use my 3/8 inch ratchet, fits right up in that hole, and I'm going to loosen that. Alright, and now I'm going to get a drain pan underneath it. Okay, there shouldn't be a whole lot of oil right underneath this cap. Yeah, just a little bit. Always good to have a rag handy. Okay, and now this is what you use the little plastic nozzle that comes with it for you. You're gonna poke it up in the hole here, and that's gonna let the oil up in there drain out. Come on. That's too funny. Yeah, this one doesn't want to stay up in there. There. Let's see if taking that O-ring out helps. Nope. There it goes. Now I got it in far enough. Alright. Alright, that has stopped dripping. So I'm going to pull this nozzle back out. And now we want to use the special oil filter wrench. Alright, then we should be able to loosen this. Yeah. There it goes. Right. And we're going to take that out. Alright, now normally this is where you would remove this filter from the housing, and you would install the new one. You'd also want to get this old O-ring off and put the new one on from here. But since I'm putting a new cap on, it's coming with a new O-ring, and there's a new O-ring underneath here too. So I am going to lubricate them. I'm going to put a couple drops of the fresh oil on on there to make sure that they're good and lubricated, and then I'm going to reinstall this. All right, now that's all ready to go back in. Okay, so now we want to drain the oil, and I'm just going to use the 14mm socket, or you can use the 14mm wrench. All right, while that's finishing up draining, I'm going to put the oil filter back in. All right, that's pretty much done dripping. Let's go ahead and get the plug back in. Okay. And this car takes 4.6 quarts. So I'm gonna pour in a little over 4 quarts and then probably check it. All right, where are we at? Just under 2 quarts left. Yeah. So. All right, I'm going to start the engine real quick. All right, now we're going to check and see what the dipstick has to say. And it's at the bottom of the full area, so we're going to add some more. All right, so I went through that iteration a couple more times, and it now reads full on the dipstick. So now the last thing that we need to do is reset the maintenance required light in the dash. All right, so now you can see the maintenance required light is on, and to reset the maintenance required light, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start the engine. So I have a push button start, so if you have a key, you would just start the engine like you normally would. All right, now once the engine is running, I'm going to press the DISP button, the display button, until you see up here that it is at trip A. So that one is trip A. Right? We're going to go around again until we get to trip A. Okay? Then we're going to turn the car off. All right, and now we want to press and hold display, and you probably want to do it with your non-key holding hand, right? So because now you're gonna, if you have a key, you're going to turn the key on, or if you don't, if you have a push button start, you don't want to start the engine. You just want to press the start button until it comes, until now you see the dashes up here that are flashing where the odometer is, and then that drops down to 0. And now it's reset. So now you should be able to turn the car back off, and you should start the engine again. and the maintenance required light goes out. All right, so if you got something out of this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to help support the channel, please consider subscribing or becoming a member by clicking the join button below. Thanks for watching. Take care.